Welcome, e-reader aficionados. Behold, it is I, Michael Kozlowski, Lord of E-readers, alongside the Sultan of Suave, Peter Caratinudo, and today we're going to talk about all the new Kindle devices, operating systems, and features included in the Kindle Voyage, the new Amazon Kindle Kids Edition, the 8.9-inch e-reader, the basic Kindle, and a ton of others. So without further ado, Peter, we've talked... we've pretty well covered extensively all the new product launches. Let's talk about them in order. The HD6 and the HD7.
The 6.
So these are basically two baseline tablets that you get the 6-inch and the quintessential, about the same size as this for the 7-inch. And they're lower end models than, say, the Amazon Kindle Fire HDX7 that came out last year.
Which they actually got rid of in this new line of devices.
Yeah, they only kept the HDX moniker for the 8.9.
Yes, that's right.
All right, so we see this with the main selling points behind these new HD tablets available in 5 colors.
Right,
so
which is kind of cool.
Allow personalization.
Yep.
And, resolution on both of them, 1280 by 800. So what do you think?
I think it's a cool move for having a budget tablet, but they're marketing it as $99 for the device, but they don't specify it's $99 for the 6-inch, not the 7-inch. The 7's actually $139. So the second thing I wanted to say about that is that the 6-inch is kind of a weird move because they just released the Fire Phone, which is 5.5 inches, so it's not that much bigger than the Fire Phone. And the fact that they got rid of the HDX7 means that if you want that HDX level of quality, you're forced to buy the more expensive unit.
Yeah, the $379 one.
So there's no longer, and it's not like, oh, we can't release all these tablets, we can't release a 7 too. They just released 5 new devices. It won't kill them to keep the HDX7 and just make another generation. I don't know, it was kind of a weird move for that.
Alright, so in keeping in line with the HD, they are releasing the HD Kids Edition tablet, which basically takes the same materials of the HD6 and the HD7 and repackages it in a very kid-friendly, a big, vibrant, case or whatever that comes with it.
Yeah.
A free unlimited 2-year warranty. And, it's basically comes with Kindle Unlimited, which will give you about 5,000 books, movies, apps that kids could just all download for free when it comes with it. So you're paying an extra $149 for 6-inch tablet and $189 for the 7-inch tablet.
You know what it is? It's that they're giving you the same thing as the 6 and 7, but they're forcing you to buy a rugged case and basically pay for a warranty for 2 years, because they say, oh, it comes with a free warranty. If you break it within the 2 years, we'll give you a new one, no questions asked. Well, it's not really a free warranty because you're getting the same device as a $99, but you're spending $50 to $90 more for it. So essentially, you're being forced to buy all these extra add-ons for the same device, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's aimed at kids, though, so I can see how a parent would want to give them an introduction with a tablet for their kids. And all of these tablets that we've all talked about have some commonality factors. There's a new Amazon profile system being unveiled shortly, which will allow parents and kids to be able to share media that they purchased with each other's accounts, not only on Kindle branded devices, but also soon any app for the iPad, for Android. So you have your Sony phone, I have my iPad. We would be able to share all purchased media with each other.
That's cool.
Up to 6 people, which I find is super cool. Let's look at some other stuff. They do have the 8.9-inch e-reader.
I have no quarrels with this one, actually. I like the 8.9. I liked how it was super thin. It had great sound, had great build quality. It had really nice styling, too. It had the piano finish at the top, the matte finish back. It was really nice looking. It felt great. The glass was smooth. I have no problem with that device.
Yeah, so I mean, this is supposed to be slimmer, and it has longer battery life than the HDX 8.9 that came out last year. And it's supposed to have a better sound card, Dolby Atmos in it, tablet, as well as better quality speakers. Of course, it has, you know, your 8 megapixel rear facing camera, front facing 720, but it has a quad core 2.5 gigahertz processor. So that is quite the enhancement from the original. So watching movies, playing games will be more compelling. Okay, so before we talk about the new e-readers, let's talk about something else. This is the Sangria update. So in the past, all former like tablets had Mojito. That was like the big thing from last year. So what exactly is Sangria? Well, it updates Android to KitKat, which is fairly modern in terms of Android standards.
It's up there.
It adds features like ASAP, which will predict the movies and television shows based on your habits and allow you to automatically play them with no buffering. It also will, you know, based on enhancements, be able to save 25% battery life.
That's always good.
So there's a lot of cloud features. There's the family library that we mentioned. It also has the inclusion of Firefly, so you can identify and take action on artwork, text, and audio instantly, and then automatically look it up on Amazon. So use your camera, scan a barcode UPC, automatically look it up on, you know, Amazon, be able to add it to your thing. It'll basically do showrooming, which is killing a lot of the bookstores right now, where people will like walk into like the bookstore and be like, $19.99, let's see how much Amazon offers it for. Like $5, okay, I'll buy it on Amazon.
It's the same thing with Best Buy and people buying stuff on eBay. They use it as a showroom just to go get things cheaper. I was gonna mention, you know how Android uses treats as their definitions for their versions of Android levels, KitKat, donut, all that. Amazon is using alcoholic beverages.
They are.
So
they're totally
very interesting.
And like summer drinks too.
Yeah.
Because like mojitos is like a summer drink. Sangria.
Who knows what's next?
Summer drink.
Who knows?
All right. So the e-reader that, you know, with Good e-reader, if you've been subscribing to our YouTube channel for a long time and not just recently because of the contests that we've offered, we've reviewed hundreds of e-readers.
Yes.
Like every one that's pretty well been introduced, we've reviewed or gave you first impressions by going to trade shows like SID Display Week or Computex or, you know, a ton of other like electronic festivals. So we've seen them all and reviewed them all. This Kindle Voyage e-reader sets the bar for future innovation. It has the screen flush with the bezel.
That's cool.
So unlike these Kindle models that actually had like a sunken display, this is actually flush. So the same type of screen technology you see with the Kobo Aura. It has 300 ppi and a capacitive touchscreen display. The things I really like about it is the new page turn buttons. They're not actually buttons, but they're little haptic feedback, like little things here that only your thumb can perceive. And so it's not enough to make your like handshake like bzzz, you know, like a phone with a haptic mode. So it's meant to reduce distraction from reading. They also have new front light technology, which will allow you to automatically change the brightness of the e-reader based on your environment. And say you're reading in complete darkness, it'll monitor like how your eyes are perceiving the screen in complete darkness and automatically optimize it. A ton of new features as well. Time to read, which is completely personalized based on your reading speed and constantly updated as your reading habits change. Word-wise will basically help you understand more challenging books by giving you, you know, some suggestions like this is what this word means, or Old English books, this is what the author intended. About the book, which will allow you to see information on the book before you even start reading it. So what's the author all about? Is this the third or second book in a series? What happened prior? And it has integration with Goodreads. This e-reader has it all. I mean, this is totally changing the game from anything that we've ever seen before and anything we've reviewed before.
If this thing had onboard sound, it would be close to the total package of, or if it had speakers, even if they took the old technology from the Kindle Touch, which was the last Kindle with speakers on them, and put them on this, that would be unreal. And I figured for $199 they should have. They should have had some sort of audio or even didn't they have some sort of color technology they purchased from Samsung
Liquid
a while
Vista.
ago, and they have done nothing with it, and we all thought, is the next one going to be color? And it isn't. Granted, this is a very good e-reader, no pun intended. It has a lot of cool features.
Nicely done.
Yes, pun totally intended. I really hoped it would have had either color or some sort of, you know, maybe a color, maybe a red or something they could show, or onboard sound, but it doesn't. But it's got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Kindle, we've compared the Kindle Paperwhite 2 against almost every other e-reader on the market that had a frontlit display.
Right.
And almost continuously, it slew the competition.
Yes.
You know, it's perfectly white, it's bright, it's easy to read,
it's well distributed.
No splotches or dark spots or anything like that. And if you're not familiar with frontlight technology, when you read an iPad, the light emits from behind the screen. When you use frontlight technology, that there's little LED lights on the bottom that shine upward, and getting that right is really hard.
Yes.
And a lot of companies have tried and they failed, but certain companies do a middle ground, like Kobo and Barnes & Noble, where it's not terrible but it's not amazing either. It's passable. So I'm really excited to see in real world conditions how the new Voyage actually performs. The last e-reader that Amazon has announced was a new baseline $79 Kindle, and prior models of the Kindle, all the way from 1 to the 5th generation, all had like a D-pad, physical page turn buttons. If you wanted to access settings, there was a button for that. Now it's touchscreen.
Yeah.
So for $79, you get an entry-level Kindle. It uses NeoNode IR touch technology, so it's using infrared touch and not a capacitive screen. Geek speak for it's not going to give you the same pinpoint precision as you would enjoy on your iPad or your smartphone, but it's passable in terms of an e-reader. But for $79, I mean, it's a good gift that you can buy someone for the holidays, for their birthday, or to introduce someone to the Kindle ecosystem. Certainly if you're on a budget, you're a student, you're poor, you're homeless, anybody can scrounge up to like $79 and read on a Kindle.
It's definitely not the cheapest Kindle we've seen, but I think it having a touchscreen on it really puts it in a different league than the one with the buttons, regardless of the price.
Yeah.
Because that was the main complaint, that even, I got a Paperwhite here, even though when we would have people in our studio or have people in our office and you have the Kindle with the D-pad, people would keep trying to touch it.
Yeah.
We're like, it's not touchscreen. Anything you show someone with a D-pad, people try to touch the screen, and it's natural, and that's what people want to do naturally. Because with a D-pad, you can only press up so many times, and you have to go up the lines and press right. It was not highlighting was a nightmare.
It's what makes the Kindle DX so inaccessible.
Yeah, it's right over there. It's right there in the stack of e-readers behind the camera. Yeah,
it's like you'd figure on like a $359 device that it would be touchscreen.
But you do get a full keyboard on that.
Yeah,
that's one of the only e-readers that gives you a full keyboard, which is kind of cool. The Kindle line.
So, 2 sizes of the kids' tablets, 2 sizes of the HD, the 8.9, and
no
2
more
e-readers.
HD X7 and 2 e-readers, exactly.
That's a whole lot of news.
Yes, and multiple colors too.
Yeah,
multiple colors. The kids' reader has a 2-year warranty if you're just catching this video now. Lots of cool stuff, lots of interesting things, and a couple things what we were expecting, a couple things what we weren't expecting.
So I think my favorite device that was announced was the Kindle Voyage. I mean, looking at the specs and looking at the small video that Amazon produced, I mean, it's game changing, and I really think that once this comes out and all the other e-reader companies, you know, buy a few to do research and development, they're going to see how money this actually is. And this is mad props to Lab 126, which is Amazon's R&D stealth department, which basically does the operating systems, does all the hardware designs, and then finalized everything's just outsourced to like China or to Foxconn to actually manufacture. So props to them for the Voyage, because this is almost like a tour de force. If you're interested in learning more about these tablets and e-readers, we've done comprehensive news items on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/goodereader. And when these come out, first week of October, we're going to get them in our studios. So you guys can expect a literal vortex, like a swirling vortex of e-readers and reviews and unboxings and comparisons and ebook loading tutorials, nighttime reading tests, daytime reading tests. We're going to take these e-readers and do everything humanly possible, including drop tests. So
But maybe not on all of them.
Right. So coming on first week of October, keep your browsers continuously locked to our YouTube channel and our website at goodereader.com. We publish a copious amount of stories every day. We produce video content on a daily basis. We're really taking e-readers, e-papers, and tablets to a completely different level. So stay tuned and ensure the contest that we have.
Still going on. Yeah. You're right. Yes.
All right. So for Good E-Reader, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.